Evening. This is Tyler Mahonen with Keystone Farm. Just rained a little bit. See the sunset. It's not quite setting, but a little bit it will be. So I'm just gonna give you a little update what's going on here. This gate has a little hole in it right here. See if I can get stung on camera. It's got a little, well, you can see kind of the rust, but I'm just trying to, well, you can see the wasp flew out. There's a wasp nest inside the gate. I was moving it around and got stung. I was planning on bondoing that hole and, sanding and painting that part just so it would last longer, but the cows were just previously in this kind of narrow strip. You can see the driveway here, and I offset the fence, I don't know, 20 yards or so, 25 yards. Here's the fence here. Offset it because you can see I planted maple trees. This one was probably 3 or 4 years old. Some of them have died or whatever, so I can't really see that one. So many weeds. I've been meaning to put wood chips around them. So this is a pretty ideal trample and cow pie there. This is another maple. There's a grape growing on it. So yeah, they're pretty slow to move right now. This is basically all clover. There's a lot of clover that came up this year. And it's July, I don't know, 6th or something. Could be 1 or 2 days off, but the clover has stayed. It's still got its, purple flowers. I think because we've got so much rain. Still, it hasn't been dry that some of it's going to seed. I'll zoom in. You can see some darker heads. Those will, I think they'll survive the rumen of the cow and sprout more clover more clover plant next year. And we've had some red clover here, but not like this. This is just going crazy. Some of it's like hard to walk through because it's some places so tall and thick. We haven't done much management on these fields. This whole field is pretty, maybe I'll show you first how poor of a field this is. The area they're going in is the best area, but you can see here, I still haven't figured out what this plant is. If anyone has an idea, it's basically monocrop of this plant, but you go down and the plant spacing is really poor, and then even though we've had so much moisture, there's not much growing there. You can see a common ragweed there, a couple other things, but now they decided to come. So yeah, we bale grazed a little bit. You can see here's some Kentucky bluegrass, some orchard grass. It's kind of a ring or a circle right there. Probably had a bale. And then sometimes we'd unroll it, but like once maybe. Not, it didn't definitely didn't cover this whole. As you can see, there's trees. I planted trees in rows every 60 feet or so. The trees, the bigger trees you see are all black locusts. I think I've covered it in other videos why I planted black locusts, but they're really lots of benefits. The tree spacing is pretty tight on this row. I just planted this maple this spring. Good year for planting maple, or I guess trees in general. This is an apple tree there, another maple, black locust. Yeah, it's pretty neat lighting right now. I ran the four-wheeler along these rows just so the fence would have touching less plants, somewhere to put the fence. I think this is, I wonder if it's some type of alfalfa. The leaves kind of look like alfalfa leaves. So we'll walk this way a little bit. I have it set up so I don't have water lines everywhere. I put a water tank, haul water with the four-wheeler. Hopefully within this year or next year I'll have water lines out here too. This clover is just like a thick mat. I mean, the plants, they got so tall they're kind of laying down. Cows are they're either eating it or like they're trampling a lot of it, which is good. Plenty of this, even this white, some areas the white clover is already the seed's already dead and whatnot, but here I don't know if that's white clover. It's got like pink. There's a few different kinds of clover. I don't know my clover fully. This area, I think he had a bale. Yeah, usually when the dock like this comes up, it's come up where we bale grazed. Yeah, see down here is pretty thick residual hay. This is how I do protect my trees. Just it's a little more work, you gotta run an extra strand, but I use the same reel, one reel for both sides, so it's not too bad. Need more bare ground, but I mean it improves every year. I've grazed goats on this plant, and they did really well on it. Last year we ran the sheep and cows through this field, or my brother started to, but I don't know, he thought the cow did actually better than the sheep, but it was later in the summer, so actually I don't know if it was later in the summer, it was maybe just drier, but the plants were already taller and maybe less palatable. They didn't eat it much. Some bird's foot trefoil. There's plenty of protein in this paddock. You can see that it's a legume, bean pods here. We have bird's foot, a few different kinds of clover. Oh yeah, this is hairy vetch. All kinds of different proteins. Got some, yeah, this, I don't know what kind of alfalfa this is. There's some grass, but not a ton. But yeah, as you go, that'd be north. As you go north, it gets worse and worse. This is kind of a, not a low area, but it holds water better in that. There's a ridge up there, and then the water sheds off, and it just seems like the topsoil is just gone there more than here, so it'll be a slower. I'm hoping to bale graze it this winter, if not next winter. Some people claim you should bale graze your best areas on your farm, then they just get that much better. But I don't know, if you got areas in your farm that are pretty barren, and you know, every time it rains they're washing more and more topsoil off and it's just baking, I think there's an argument to be made for bale grazing some of the poor bare areas. But I get the theory of the bale grazing, or you know, unrolling hay, whatever, laying down carbon on your best areas, because it does improve that. Like, it gets even better, and it's crazy how much can grow. I mean, if you get normal rainfall and you graze the not very good areas and you have good stocking density, it'll come back too. But yeah, I don't know. We do a little bit of both, I guess. We have fed hay on good areas, and yeah, it's neat to see how they come back. Well, this is not usual time I move them. I usually move them in the afternoon, but I moved them a couple times today. That area they were just in was pretty small. I just had them in there for a couple hours. I figured I'd shoot a video. It's nice lighting, and oh yeah, this is, I knew it was, so here's the dock. And then there's quite a bit of hay. I don't know if this is from last summer or previous summer. We didn't bale graze it in the winter. Sometimes we'll do a little bit of bale grazing in the summer. It's been so dry, just to improve the soil and let the grass in front of them grow a little bit more. So yeah, I didn't have a whole lot else. If someone has an idea what this plant is, you can put it in the comments. I'll probably start shooting more videos. I actually purchased 6 milk cows, or it was 3 milk cows, a couple heifers, and a couple calves, or something. That doesn't equal 6, but I can't remember what it was. They're not on the farm yet. The people I'm buying them from said we can keep them there for a little bit till we get a little more fencing done and whatnot. As I've covered in other videos, I'm transitioning to milk cows. We used to have milk goats, and yeah, I want to be a full-time raw milk, grass-fed dairy producer, produce milk cheese, butter, cream, ice cream, yogurt, kefir, to name a few. I mean, there's probably other products. Butter. So yeah, that's all I had for now.